Michael, who has suspected heart problems. So you've been triaged, had blood taken, now you're waiting in the corridor to go into a cubicle?
Yeah,
or a room?
to go into a room, yeah, and see a doctor.
So you've been in the corridor for about an hour and a half. What's that like?
What alternative have we got? There isn't an alternative, there isn't any rooms available.
There are 15 cubicles here with another 8 beds in its resuscitation department. But at 7 o'clock, it's already full. There are 26 patients here right now, and another 4 have just arrived by ambulance.
The patients who are less sick would go into a major's cubicle, one of the 15 cubicles. When we get full, we then begin to struggle with those cubicles, and we have to pull patients out of cubicles or have patients waiting in the corridor.
Okay, that's what you know, seems to be on the corridor.
Yeah.
As a doctor here, how frustrating is that?
It's very frustrating, and it's upsetting sometimes. You want to do the best by your patients and their relatives, and it's not nice having people sat in the corridors.
Targets laid down by government say that a patient arriving at A&E should be seen and dealt with within 4 hours. The clock stops only when a patient leaves the department. That could be to go home or to another hospital ward.
We do tend to be judged on the 4-hour standard. So if patients aren't being discharged in a timely way because there's not enough social care in the community, we are then looking like, we've failed on the target. But actually, we're doing a really good job.
There are currently 14 patients here who've been seen. They're ready to be moved to wards and other areas of the hospital, but there are simply no beds. So that means a backlog, for now, people waiting in corridors.
The only reason I'm out here, I know, is because there's a young girl who is really badly injured. So, I mean, I don't mind one bit moving of injuries with compassionate care, good diagnosis and good treatment.
And as the night continues, there's no let-up for the staff. The walking wounded keep arriving. The matron steps in as another emergency arrives by ambulance.
This is a stroke patient coming in, so time is of essence.
And a relative collapses in the resuscitation department. But the staff manage to reduce the backlog. 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and there's a sudden rush of patients.
We're really busy at the moment. We've got 33 patients assessed, 38 total of the department, 16 of those are waiting for beds. Resources full as well. We're absolutely choppy.
Once again, the department is bursting at the seams, but the staff say they won't let it affect their standards. How are you feeling at this moment? And the fact that you're waiting, how does that make you feel?
It is upsetting to see elderly people with the loved ones sitting in the corridor. It's dreadful, and we don't want to become used to that and start thinking it's okay. It's not right. We have to do something about it, and the sooner we do, the better.
And Joe joins us now. Well, it is frustrating, isn't it, for the patients, but the staff clearly doing all they can to get those numbers seen as quickly as possible. What were the main things that you took away then from your 24 hours?
Well, it was, as you said during the film, Maureen, eye-opening. I think in some ways it wasn't actually as bad as I feared, or maybe many people fear. There's been such talk of crisis, particularly last week. And actually I think some people fear that means if they have an emergency, they won't be able to see a doctor. They'll wait 2 or 3 hours to see a doctor. That isn't the case. The staff are working so hard there to make sure they see everyone. And what happens is emergencies come in, they're triaged or sort of assessed or checked actually very quickly, and then they go on to see a doctor. And from what I could see at A&E, it was actually functioning quite well in that people were getting the treatment they needed in a reasonable amount of time. The problem comes in the compromise because the demand is so